Good morning from the top of North Hill in the Malvern Hills. It's a wonderful start to the day, a lovely start to a Sunday morning. Not very windy for a change, because the top of North Hill, we're about 400 meters elevation, and it's normally like a scene out of the Wizard of Oz up here. So to have like 3, 4, 5 miles per hour winds is unheard of up here. And I'm out this morning, I'm trying to get a shot of the beacon. Now, the Worcestershire beacon, for those of you that don't know the hills, is the highest point in the Malvern Hills. It's 425 metres, and currently we're at about 400, so we're looking straight across at the top of the beacon. And what I quite like about that is that you've got some early morning sun worshippers like myself on the top of the beacon. So I'm just waiting till I can see someone at the top, and I'm going to grab that shot. And one extra element that I really like about this shot is something that I haven't shot for a few years actually, is that North Hill has got these sort of rippled, there's like a ripple effect running off the top of North Hill, and it's only at the top, it doesn't go the whole way down, which is what I quite like. And as you can probably see it here in the foreground, there's these nice little ripples. So what I'm trying to wait for is the sun just to get high enough in the sky that it will come round the side of the summit of North Hill, so it will give me some really nice side light. And once I've got that, I think I'm going to move down the side of the hill just to get a slightly different composition. It's a lovely chilled start to the morning. No panicking, no chaos that you would normally get with an Andrew Maguire vlog. I'm actually really nice and chilled this morning, so I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing anything, and I'm going to shoot this for those nerd shot, for those of you who love a bit of a EXIF info. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. For those of you that like settings, I'm at ISO 100. I'm going to be at f11 because I want everything in focus. And I'm stopping it down to, I'm going to expose for the sky. So I'm shooting at 1/13 of a second. Might have to increase that exposure if the sun blasts through these hazy clouds. So it's just a waiting game, waiting for the sun, get the shot, then we can move down the side of the hill. So I think I've got that shot now. We're copping some great light now. There's basically a huge diffuser, huge softbox of cloud that's just spreading a nice even light across the hills. So anyone that is out taking some photos this morning probably will have got some decent results. There's not been a crazy red, pinky, magenta-y sky. That's not what I'm after this morning. It's more about actually photographing the hills. Sometimes I'm guilty of getting a little bit caught up in photographing the sky when I've come out to photograph the hills, so that's what I'm making sure I do today. All around me looks really nice. I mean, look, if you look behind me, End Hill, which is down there, which is where I finished my my mammoth trek of the hills. That's obviously the end of the hills, which is the northern end. That's copping some great light as well, which looks quite nice. Table Hill over there, Sugarloaf and the Beacon. Again, look really nice. They've got a nice warm glow to them this morning. Unlike me, who I'm actually freezing and my eye keeps watering, so I'm sorry if it looks like I'm crying my eyes out. Anyway, let's move on to this second location. I say second location as if I'm going to get in the car and go to a different place. Literally just walking down a hill. And let's see what, I'll show you which way we're going. Why don't you have a walk with me? See, I told you it wasn't far. It's literally just down here. But there's some rocks here that just sort of go past the footpath, which I think might look quite nice lit up if I can avoid getting my own shadow in, which I think will be quite nice. We've got a bleed of light coming in from the left, blue sky, and hopefully the beacon will be illuminated with the sun, because it keeps going in and out of that cloud. And I best actually shoot in the next 10 minutes before the sun properly comes up. It's like going before it comes up, and you get that harsh light. We're still within golden hour. The sun rose about, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. So I think, yeah, looking at that looks, don't look at my tripod. But I think that's what we're going to shoot. I'll get that in the bag, and then we'll have a chat. Let's have a chat. Right, we're on the move again. I'm not feeling that location, so we're going to head down the hill even more. Basically, what I didn't like about that shot was the path sort of immediately went out of frame. So if you're looking for a technically perfect photo, that sure as shizzle wasn't it, because the path straight away, which is where, I don't know, where your eye might land on the photograph, straight away just takes you out away from the subject, which is not what we want. So I'm desperate to get one more compo before we head back. I'm just looking for some rocks or some gorse. There's some gorse bushes down here. Might that work? It might work. Great Malvern's looking lovely this morning. I think we can try and use these gorse bushes. They're not the tidiest things in the world to look at, but they might give the shot more of a wild feel, because the Malverns are guilty sometimes of looking a little bit too polished, and maybe not as wild as I'd like them to look. There are wild elements to the Malverns, you've just got to find them, which is what I'm struggling with this morning. Will that work? Right, I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to shoot it and see if it works. We've lost the light on the hill. So I think I found something that works. I don't think, those gorse bushes behind me, I just couldn't get a composition. It was just too messy. There wasn't enough light on the actual gorse, so yeah, it didn't look nice. So swerving that one. I'm not going to waste time doing that. But the last one I'm going to shoot is this, and I think this works. Now maybe I'm finding meaning where there is none, but maybe it works. I don't know. You tell me. So what I'm doing is I'm shooting obviously the beacon with the roll off of North Hill down here, but in my immediate foreground I've got this little clump, this little cluster of rocks, and they do sort of mirror, you know, the lines that we've got running throughout throughout the shot. But I don't know if you can notice from the bottom left corner we've got a path that sort of swerves up and then eventually to the top of the hill, to the top of the Worcestershire beacon. So again, it's not technically perfect because the path, I'm not stood on the path. I don't get led into the shot by the path. But I've got good light, and I think I've got strong elements and a good composition So I think it's going to work, and I've got a lovely bleed of light coming in over the top of Great Malvern, and it just looks like to me like a beautiful morning. So yeah, let's shoot that, and I think we're going to be done. So that's it for today. This morning, I think that's a wrap. I think sometimes I'm always like a moth to a flame and attracted to shooting the bright, vibrant colours, which is totally fine, because that's the really exciting side of landscape photography, isn't it? But today this morning was all about just shooting the form, shooting the shapes of the landscape, and really using the light rather than the colour palette to show off, to show some mood and emotion, really, and a bit of optimism. That's how I'm feeling today. It's a bright and cheery morning, so I might as well try and reflect that in my photography. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So just before I go, I wanted to apologise for the amount of ads that have been on my channel. I didn't actually know, because I've monetized my channel and I have done for a while, and I didn't actually know that you could turn off mid-roll ads, because for me they've just been greyed out, so I haven't been able to actually access that. And the other day I went into my upload default settings, and under monetization I can actually unclick that button. And someone told me the other day that there were about 10 adverts in a 20-minute video that I did, it makes me look like a little money grabbing whore, doesn't it? And that's not what it's about. I mean, obviously it's a little bit of pocket money for me at the end of the year. It helps me pay, for stuff. I'm a working photographer, so I need every penny that I can get. But I didn't realise that I was spoiling and ruining the viewing experience. So for that, I apologise. And from now, there should only be adverts at the starts and the ends of the videos, which I think is totally fine. But I do think that it can become a bit annoying when there are multiple adverts. What did annoy me when someone said there were 10 adverts in a video was YouTube tells me that it's going to strategically place adverts in natural breaks, and it says you'll have one here and here. It says I've got 2 adverts, and then someone told me I had about 11 or 12. So what's up with that? I don't get that. So yeah, I think YouTube, it's obvious what they're doing. They're trying to ruin the viewing experience as much as possible, so you are forced to pay a premium, like an Amazon Prime sort of style feature. But right now, that's a million miles from my thoughts, because look at this view. It's a gorgeous calm morning here on the Malverns. And yeah, lately I've been vlogging a bit more up here because I've been feeling a bit more passionate, a bit more excited about the Malvern Hills lately and about my own landscape photography, and feeling quite good, feeling like it's coming together sometimes. Today's one of those days that, you know, probably isn't portfolio worthy images, but having said that, I think I got the technical bits right, which is really important. Sometimes you need to know the rules to break them, rather than just have bad habits and fluke a good shot. And I think that's what I normally try and do, but today was all about sort of obeying the rules of photography, because sometimes when certain things aren't going your way, like colours or a prominent subject, I think just going back to basics will really help your photography, and it will help you literally look for things that matter and are important in a photograph, like, you know, elements, shapes, form and subject. So the beacon is my muse. I'll never get tired of photographing the beacon, and crazy to think that I was up here a few days ago and my view was, well, I'll put that in the corner of the screen. I was literally up here on Monday, I think, and it's Sunday now, so about 6 days ago, and it was alpine. So absolutely bonkers how the weather's changing at the moment. But let's just hope for the next couple of weeks it's going to be warm. You'll probably know why I've said that in a few weeks' time. But as for now, I'm going to go. I'm going to get back in the car and go home. And I shall see you on the next video, whatever that may be about. So thank you for watching. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon.
Since I've seen the sun could be bright again.